canceled. BJJ star J. Rodriguez, J-Rod, opens up. I could quit jiu-jitsu forever and be okay. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. This little excerpt, we'll get to the real stuff later, but I think it's just a little excerpt. We'll read the story to catch you guys up if you didn't know. Just a year ago, Jacob J. Rodriguez stood on top of the jiu-jitsu world after a silver medal run at the 2024 ADCC. He was one of the sport's brightest rising stars, competing in high-profile super fights and building a reputation as part of Austin's B-Team Jiu-Jitsu. But in May, his career came to a sudden halt. When misconduct allegations surfaced, the fallout was swift. Rodriguez was removed from the team, sparking widespread speculation and heated debate across the BJJ community. The promo, what are you talking about? Craig dressing up as Helena. We gotta, bro, listen, we don't know. Okay. We thought you were talking about Helena. They said they were talking about Mackenzie Dern. Either way, we need to be careful. This is a family show. Silver medal, blah, blah, blah. Banned, fallout. Rodriguez described how he learned of his dismissal during a recent appearance on the Jits and Giggles podcast. We might click on that just so you guys can see where it is. Nick Rod told me to call Craig Jones. It was 1 a.m. I was half asleep, and he told me I was banned. I was like, okay. He knew what he did. While acknowledging the disappointment, Rodriguez admitted that the timing right before the Craig Jones Invitational, CJI, likely influenced the team's decision. Protecting sponsorships and events' reputations was, in his words, a lot of money to lose. And B-Team wasn't the only one. Rodriguez says most reputable gyms in Austin closed their doors to him as well. They have a lot of ladies that train in Austin, so probably for the best, making it nearly impossible to find a training base. I can't train in Austin anywhere worth going to. Gyms are just timid, which I get from a business perspective. If only he had this foresight earlier. Life without the mats. Without a place to train, Rodriguez revealed that he hasn't been training at all in recent months. I don't train at all. Maybe two or three times a month now. That's really difficult. For someone whose life revolved around grappling, stepping away entirely has been jarring. But instead of bitterness, Rodriguez has found an unexpected acceptance, faith, reflection, and perspective. Remember, when my athletes get in trouble, they're going to quote the Bible. Now, did they read the Bible? Probably not, but they're going to quote that Bible. Rodriguez maintains that most of the rumors online were false and exaggerated. How much were they exaggerated, bro? Though he acknowledges that screenshots from his phone were involved. Still, he says his bigger battle has been with himself, working through temptation, social pressure, and the sudden loss of purpose. I overcome lust. I've been able to detach myself from jiu-jitsu, he shares, crediting his growing faith and spirituality. He draws strength from others with tougher struggles, pointing to a paralyzed practitioner in Florida as inspiration. Is that Ben Kuzel he's talking about? I realize it's going to be okay. I could not train for the rest of my life, and it will be okay. I will find something else to do. A new chapter. Rodriguez has spent the past months traveling, reflecting, and even bulking up to address the size disadvantages he faced competing at 88 kg. He hasn't committed to a return, but he hasn't closed the doors either, so he could still do ADCC for sure. I'll probably stay away for a couple months from competing and then hopefully come back better than ever. For now, he says he's training lightly while on the road, but won't step back into competition without a proper camp. They're probably going to let him go back to B-Team once CJI is over. That's what I'm speculating. I could be wrong. Rather than focus on controversy, Rodriguez's advice to others going through difficult times are simple. Put down the phone. Put your phone down. Get off whatever site you're on. Spend time with the right people and trust that things will be okay. And, I mean, he didn't say nothing about not engaging in that bad behavior, but, whatever. In the end, Rodriguez insists that the ban has given him space to grow, not just as an athlete, but as a person. Whether or not he ever makes a competitive comeback, he's learning to defend himself or define himself beyond jiu-jitsu. maybe this is time for him to grow. Where's that clip at?
We take care of a lot of things at Tire.
What the heck? I don't pay for these ads. Let me move it over so you guys can't see all my login info. Bro, I've been sick for like a week.
Yeah, and even if it isn't, even if I can.
Move it over so you guys can see. I'm for sure not gonna play this. She for sure gonna copyright strike everybody. So again, that's the Jits and Giggles podcast. I don't know if you guys can see that here. It's got about 20K views. That's pretty good in one day. Let's read some comments though. I can't get a copyright strike if I just read comments, right? Let me switch it over. I'm ready for the J-Rod redemption arc. Okay. Sitting barefoot in front of J-Rod for a podcast is wild to me. She got them feet dangling. Uh-oh. You see them toes out. Hey. I like a French manicure, though. She know what she was doing with them feet out. She says, LMAO, gotta keep the vibe comfy. And he's a beater. And he's in a beater. We comfy. Let me move my head out the way. You guys, he wearing a wife beater. Is that the right uniform to be wearing, J-Rod? What the heck, bro? Put a shirt on. J-Rod, why you wearing... You can see my comment in the video. All right. Why are you wearing a wife beater to the interview? Good way to keep him focused. He ain't do nothing wrong. Says, so funny. We're jiu-jitsu practitioners. We don't wear shoes and socks most of the time. He's not a foot weirdo if you are. Even worse, if you're one of these that train with socks. Moneyberg said you got to keep your socks on. If she were to train with Moneyberg, she got to keep her socks on, though, so you can smell them later, allegedly. Yeah, we're going to read these comments. We're going to for sure read these comments. The whole setup. Yeah. I mean, I'll show up on the podcast. I don't need to be on the podcast. Give the guy a break, man. If any of you posted our search history to the world, they'd likely bury us under the prison. The Goon King is back. I love this guy. Sick jiu-jitsu style, super goofy personality. I'm glad you guys brought him. It's good to hear he's okay. It's really good to hear that. Yeah, he is such a poor victim. Shout out to BJJ Hacks. They put all the what's that called? I don't know. The timestamps. Pretty interesting, yeah. I'm gonna leave that to you guys to watch. I'm just gonna read some of the comments. She's a blue belt. Okay. Surprise, surprise. The blue belt with the higher belt. Blue belt girl with the higher belt. Nah, I'm joking. I miss him on B Team, but I still love Jacob. He's so young, got a lot of life left. Best wishes to the dude. Would you care if you found out you were in his phone? Okay, probably. This was really great and a compassionate interview. Subscribed. Jay has a good heart, to be honest. Randomly met him in Hawaii on the beach. Super nice guy. Took the time to have a conversation and gave me some killer pineapple. What kind of pineapple did he give you? I'm really happy Jay is doing good. I really like the guy. Good to see Jay handling everything like a champ and making a turnaround. Great pod. Says, glad you had him on. I was wondering how he was doing. Wish you best, Jay. Hope you stay competing. I wonder if he jade his rod to her. Oh, I was waiting for somebody to say that. He said that he didn't say he was born again, but he said, he's been, if Jay was black, he'd get crucified. Yeah. Everybody, Reddit, everybody, no, there would be no support on Reddit at all. If that was me or somebody, I get him. I never liked him. They be making up stories like he did this. I wasn't even in the country at that time. They were making up stories. J-Rod got off lightly. Him and Jacob Couch, Jacob Couch, he got off with nothing. If that was me or somebody else, somebody I know, some of my friends, bro, that would be it. Flow Grappling kick you out. IBJJF kick you out. ADCC kick you out. UFC BJJ. I don't care about UFC BJJ. Yeah, I would have been gone. What if he was Indian? They probably would take him out too. You mean the Indian top team? I know Indian top team now. Indian top team close. They wouldn't get caught slipping like that though. Indian top team gonna pull rank on you. I had people harassing me on flights. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, imagine you did what my boy Tex Johnson did. You would have been on TMZ. Everything. You would have been you wouldn't be able to fly no more. He's doing all the right things in the public space right now. Unlike others who were recently outed, he's actually separating himself and putting in the work on himself. Little by little, gyms are starting to welcome him. Only a matter of time till he's fully back. Redemption. He just needs to go to Fight Sports. Fight Sports going to accept him for sure. That ain't nothing at Fight Sports. If he go to Fight Sports, why don't he just go to Miami? He going to fit right in. They have me on a plantation. They lock you away, bro, on that plantation out there. J-Rod just need to go to Fight Sports. They got the same style too. I can see him training with Wagner and Achilles Hosha and Cyborg. And he gonna be strong for 88 kg. Now he might lose his hair. His hair might go away. You gotta sacrifice his hair though if you want to go to Fight Sports. I enjoyed your relaxed interview style. I've subscribed. Jay, we missed you. Thank you. I missed Jay in a pod. Meanwhile, Craig is facing Gable Stevenson at CGI 2, who has legit SA case. Let's not talk about that. No charges. That's true. What's your point? He can be a Republican lawmaker. Yeah, he should run for office. He might be able to run in Texas. It's crazy that it's so hard to find good people in this sport and wrestling. Sometimes in wrestling too, but specifically jiu-jitsu, so hard to find good people. So yeah, it's just how it is, man. If we had to look into everybody's record at these tournaments, nobody could compete. The Brazilians, half of them illegal, probably did some stuff in Brazil. Some of the American, they abuse people, got abuse and all this other stuff. You couldn't have a tournament. Says, long live Goonrod. Wish nothing but the best for him. Listen to the Simple Man podcast. Been needing the J-Rod back in action. This is just as good. Just missed him so much. Honestly, really glad to see him back. I for sure know people would have missed me. He'd be like, I never liked him. I knew I couldn't trust him. Yeah, they'd be on me. I'm happy to see he's doing well or good with all the traveling he's doing. I'd like to see him start a YouTube channel vlogging one day. Free J-Rod. Nice interview. Admire J-Rod for seeking therapy. I mean, he probably needed that. Says Jay is a complete beast on the mats. Both his skill and energy are top notch. The B team situation is definitely unfortunate because he got so much potential for growth in the sport. That said, gyms/academies need to be safe spaces for members and visitors to train without BS. Regardless of what's online, spreading/sharing people's business without their consent especially potentially sensitive and compromising material, creates a weird vibe. Jay having a high profile / visibility just made it worse. Is it career ending for him? Likely not. And it shouldn't be, in my opinion. He's a young kid with a kid's judgment. He's like 25 years old and needs a he's a kid with kid's judgment and needs to mature mentally. Lessons he's an adult. Lessons must be taught, consequences given when poor decisions are made. This will hopefully help him grow, and wishing him the best going forward. So J-Rod's getting a lot of understanding that some of us would not get. Says those got to be bot comments. I hope they are, but we might be wrong, man. These might be real people in the sport. Yeah, he's getting a lot more consideration than I would get. I wouldn't get any consideration. Yeah, some of this can't be real though. Great interview. J-Rod is the man. J-Rod is the man. Yeah, some of that stuff don't look real. Someone says, I'm not trying to pry, but when Craig said he was leaving B Team, everyone assumed J-Rod would be back. Is the general consensus that it was Craig's decision to kick him out? So if Craig wasn't there, it was probably some other people's decisions. They're not going to let J-Rod back so soon. It would be a bad look. And besides, there's a lot of jiu-jitsu gyms in Austin. He has to stay in timeout. I didn't assume that at all. I thought he was gone for good because he's a weirdo. Nicky Ryan is co-owner as well. It sounds like it was a group decision. He only used their IG pics. How would you know that, bro? Is that what he said is that what J-Rod said in the video? Because I don't believe that's true. He probably had some other stuff going on, man. Of course he's going to sugarcoat it. Apparently, we don't know, and I'm not gonna sit here and defend J-Rod. I can barely defend myself. I'm not gonna defend this dude. Yeah, I ain't defending. I like him as an athlete. I ain't defending him though. The thing is, imagine that dude was over there gooning at your school. You'd be ready to kick him out too. And you know he was doing some other stuff, some other behavior. I mean, there's a ton of comments. What's the actual story? I'm gonna let you guys watch the video because he's gonna tell his side of the story. I can't because they're gonna copyright strike me. I think just inappropriate behavior. And to be honest, if it wasn't J-Rod, he would have been out of there a long time ago. Yeah, he would have been out of there a long time ago. I mean, anybody being inappropriate at the gym and making people feel weird, they need to go. Yeah. I don't know exactly what happened. We covered the story a little bit ago, but you know he's gonna change the story up. Again, if you guys want to watch that, that's the Jits and Giggles podcast. I can't watch that because they will hit me with a copyright. That's one downside to this YouTube game. All that music and sometimes just the visual stuff, you know, the audio, the visual stuff, they take me out. You're right, a regular member would get the boot. Yeah, you would have. Hey, listen, you're making everybody feel uncomfortable. You gotta go. Or hey, man, you gotta stop doing this. They probably told him to stop a couple times. So I mean, how bad did it have to be for everybody to turn on him? It had to be terrible. And of course, he's gonna sugarcoat it. That's just how these guys do. I see you saw your comment? J-Rod, bro. J-Rod. I mean, that's usually what happens to athletes, though. You know, their lust gets them. We got Mr. Doderline coming to town. I'm actually going to be out of town, but he's coming down to Georgia if you guys are in this part of the country. Black belt to 10 free. So if you guys want to come down to September 13th in Gainesville, Georgia. Not Florida, Gainesville, Georgia. We got Miss Danielle Kelly. She's joining Team Alione. So she got let go from one championship, but we know some of you guys really are big fans of hers. So that's why I included this clip. Welcome to Team Alione, Danielle Kelly, one champion grappling world champion, and one of the most recognized names in the game today. Is she one of the most recognized names? Okay. Known for her dynamic style and technical sharpness, Danielle continues to raise the level in every match. You might see her at UFC BJJ or something, or I don't know. I'm not sure. She's more of a no-gi person. So.
Issue with aggression sometimes. In a sport where we're trying to strangle people and like break their limbs, I should probably be like, okay, I should take this seriously. So I had to like kind of turn it up, like think,
Okay.
I don't know, envision bad things. Like,
Okay. I didn't know where
Yeah.
you were going with that. You're saying like you have a problem with it, meaning like you can't get aggressive enough
yeah,
easily.
like I should
I
be
see.
more aggressive.
I
like,
see.
yeah, that can be an issue, and it's been an issue with my wrestling and pretty much all my wrestling and grappling. It's just like I have to like, hey, Jay, you're gonna have to like turn it up a little
Yeah.
bit. So stuff like that. I remind myself I'm not fighting, but I'm grappling a guy that's gonna try to strangle me unconscious. So that's
Yeah.
something to be aware of. And then be sure I'm bringing that intensity in to the match. And then I'll pray, and maybe before I walk out, like right before I walk out, me and Nick just have like this another like anchor thing that we do, just kind of like slapping each other's hands, and then we walk out. I also have.
You know, Quan loved he loved the B Team boys. Quan, you missed Craig Jones on the stream, bro. He was on yesterday. I tried to get you on here. You missed him, bro.
Can you
Drama.
tell as much as you want from
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
story?
absolutely. Yeah. So you don't have to cut any of this out. I was understanding at the beginning, and then I was like, what's going on here? I've had nothing but time because I don't train anymore. I can't train in Austin specifically.
Anywhere.
Anywhere worth going to. I'm a nomad.
What is your relationship like right now with Craig? Let's get into the elephant in the room.
Yes. Some
Can you
drama.
tell as much as you want from
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
story?
absolutely. Yeah. So you don't have to cut any of this out. I was
So this podcast is up. We read some comments. No more fanboying for me. There's no more B Team. Whatever their name is. No more. Well, the stream, not the stream, the podcast is up if you guys want to check it out. Just Jits and Giggles. I can't cover it too much because they will copyright strike me. So you guys got to watch it.
What's a truck that would have cankles?
I'm gonna give you names of people, and you're gonna tell me what car they are. How about Nikki Ryan?
Nikki Ryan. Oh. What's a truck that would have cankles? He might be like a but it can't be reliable because he's usually pretty injured.
Damn, what breaks down a lot?
Yeah, what breaks down a lot? He would be like a 1993 Mazda. I'm forgetting the name, but it's a Mazda. It looks just like the same year Ford Ranger, but I would assume less reliable.
Okay,
So
I like it.
yeah.
I'm gonna pull all these pictures up just so you know and have side by sides.
Yes.
I'm gonna draw
Okay,
cankles
for this one,
onto
for the Mazda, do like a rusty red one.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what
You
he
got
would
it.
be.
I think there's one more. Is that it?
He's a
Nicky
Ford
Rod.
fucking Raptor. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you names of people,
Oh, we saw
and you're
that.
gonna tell me what
We
car.
saw that. Yeah. Is this the one?
How are you like calming your mind and getting your mindset correct before you're walking out there?
Well, I guess I have a typical routine that I normally do, just for every competition. So, kind of like I guess the term is like anchoring. Do pretty much just the same stuff over time. Some people have like, their special underwear that they always wear for every single competition. It's like for some people it's that type of stuff. For me, I have a specific routine that I do, like an hour and a half or so prior to the match. It also depends, like if it's a tournament or just a super fight. But usually it'll be like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'll have kind of like a full, like high intensity match almost.
Okay.
And then I cool down from that. I'll probably have like a lot of fruit, honey, electrolytes, water, and then like an hour and a half to like 30 minutes before the match, moving around, kind of going through the motions, not very high intensity, but just kind of like getting reps of like maybe things I plan on doing or things I was doing throughout the camp leading up to this competition, and then cool down from that for a little bit, and then maybe 10 minutes before the match, just kind of isolate myself a little bit, crisscross applesauce, close my eyes, maybe I'll pray. I would say I would pray, then I'll pray, and maybe before I walk out, like right before I walk out, me and Nick just have like this another like anchor thing that we do, just kind of like slapping each other's hands, and then we walk out.